Ladies and gentlemen, this is the YouTube channel vlog show of inspiration and realness. Also, this is the YouTube channel vlog show of positivity, personality, and fun. This is Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, and now the perpetrator of these shenanigans, Big Beefy E himself from his Big Beefy Man Cave in New Bedford, Massachusetts, Mr. Shenanigans himself, and the two-time Chilling 3000 2022 End of the Year Awards winner, Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. This is episode 622 of the show, and this is the second edition of Big Beefy E's Boston Sports Beat. That's right. And there is a lot of news. Mostly now, the Red Sox are the only team being active because of the fact that the Bruins have been eliminated, the Celtics have been eliminated in the playoffs. They're in the off season right now. The Patriots are still in their off season, and as you know, first thing on a very very shocking move that Raime Tapia is designated for assignment, probably to make room for Alex Duvall. And I know Tapia has contributed to somewhat of some of the victories and the wins over the Red Sox success. But so that would be so that probably make room for Duvall coming off the injured list, and will be playing this coming weekend against the Yankees. Right now, we still got Cleveland. Red Sox still got Cleveland to deal with. The Rays came in to Fenway, took 3 out of 4 against Boston. The Red Sox lost again 4-1. Alex Cora got ejected for arguing balls and strikes, and I think it's all that frustration that's kind of boiled over for Alex Cora. I do not blame him one bit for being angry at the umpire, but that's the way it is. That's the way it goes. That's the way it goes, son. Sometimes a little bit goes a long way. In Celtics news, Celtics added Sam Cassell to Joe Mazzulla's staff. I think Joe Mazzulla staying on. Possibly Sam Cassell. I don't know what position in the coaching staff he will be. I'm going to find that out right now. And he used to be now he's the assistant coach for Joe Mazzulla. I think a little bit of a veteran presence there, a guy who's got a lot of basketball experience in the place of Sam Cassell. That is going to help the Celtics a little bit. But maybe that's what they needed, another coach who can not another head coach, an assistant coach who has that experience. And so I think the reason why I think the reason why because it was just his first season, and so possibly, is Cassell the guy that will help the Celtics get over the hump as an assistant coach, and maybe some tips from him could help the Celtics out? Who knows for sure. But because of that, because of the Celtics, it looks like Charles Lee assistant coach, joint head, Mazzulla's staff. Charles Lee, is he the guy going to help next? So, and according to Nesson, Celtics fans should be thrilled, and perfect person, head assistant or associate head coach, and so lead assistant Doc Rivers. He was head assistant coach Doc Rivers. And as you know, his role on the sidelines started immediately after, which included an NBA All-Star nod and 3 championships. So, assistant head coach. Maybe that was So I wonder if some of the players will want to see Cassell go, and so what I think about is, interviews, Also, Ime Udoka went to Houston Rockets. So after 1 year of the violations of team policy, I get, yeah. Now it comes and going. Cassell provides the Celtics with someone on the bench, with the Boston staff likely to have a number of comings and goings. But Cassell provides Celtics with someone who eventually played in the NBA, can manage relationships with star players. He'll gate, if not already have, the respects of Celtic stars like Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, both of whom defended Missoula after Boston season came to an end in the Eastern Conference Finals. And the Celtics, after the mid-March departure of Damon Stoudemire, did not have much NBA experience on the bench. It could play a role in teams' connectivity and mindset. The addition of Cassell may not be Boston's only transaction as relates to the coaching staff. Udoka essentially confirmed his plans to poach the Celtics assistant immediately brought into Boston. Assistant coach Ben Sullivan and player development coaches Garrett Jackson and Mike Moser reportedly are planning to join Udoka's staff. Fellow assistant Aaron Miles, the only other reportedly is being targeted by the Rockets as well. Tony Dobbins will be the only front bench assistant remaining should Miles and the others depart. So it's gonna be I think maybe a changing in the caging the Exodus. I think the experience, I should say, should help out. Let's see. And Chris Sale's been injured. He's on the IL. He's on the IL. Having him on IL Friday, looks like against the Cincinnati Reds. So I think ever since that Chris Sale injury, then the Red Sox's confidence and morale has been deflated. No pun intended. But unfortunately, that's the way it is. And injury news in taxed bullpen, and the bullpen has been taxed. Joely Rodriguez unable to pitch, set up to enter the game. We had, and Joely Rodriguez is hurt. So right now, let's see. We're hearing rumors that the Patriots signed somebody. I'm going to find out who is this. Somebody local. Let's see. Yeah, so Sam Cassell, coach the 76ers, who the Red Sox eliminated. All right. The local receiver prospect, Ed Lee from the University of Rhode Island. The Patriots signed him to a contract. So he's a wide receiver. So right now, and here's the receiving corps: Juju Smith-Schuster, Devontae Parker, Kendrick Bourne, Tyquan Thornton, Demario Douglas, Keyshawn Boot, Trey Nixon, and Ed Lee. So this will be interesting. So, is DeAndre Hopkins going to be joining New England? I don't know. I really don't know what's going through the mind of DeAndre Hopkins. He's acting like he wants to join, but I really don't know. I really do not know. So that's something to Bruins. Let's see. So with the Boston Bruins, so the salary cap update is not good for the Bruins or other contenders. And Bertuzzi, is Tyler Bertuzzi going away? Will be Tyler Bertuzzi go? I don't know. Will Bergeron retire? I don't know. So that's something new. All right, and now here's an eye-opening update, and So, as you know, Alex Cora has converted. Trevor Story will be Boston starting shortstop upon returning to the injured list. You know, and Xander, surprisingly not really. After Xander Bogaerts left by VHC, so struggling, and Kiki Hernandez, didn't rule out Story returning to before he was able to play defense. So I'm not saying no. We always leave it open to the store, open up the door for stuff like that. But we have to be very smart with the roster we have. So, okay. Red Sox head to Cleveland Tuesday, starting tomorrow. 6-game road trip includes 3 games that competes against the Guardians and Yankees to return home when free against the Colorado Rockies, at which point Story is expected to rejoin the team for a checkup and discuss next steps in his rehab. According to Cora, Story is throwing at 105.3, taking batting practice in batting cage in Fort Myers, Florida. Story returning as DH isn't the answer to all that ails Boston, but it's even a consideration. Speaks to the progress of two-time All-Stars making his recovery. Therefore, I'm reading this off Nexon.com, by the way. So, Adam Duvall's making great strides in his rehab start. He's been hitting the ball pretty decently, and I gotta tell you, this is the Red Sox are really struggling now. Despite the fact they are at 500, they're in last place. Unfortunately, there's a tough division. You got and hopefully, hopefully they move up in the division if they can beat the Yankees a little bit. I say a 6-game winning streak should be in order. I mean, Cleveland's a very tough ball club as well, and so is New York Yankees. So we're going against the Colorado Rockies, who obviously are struggling. So that kind of remains to be seen of what the heck is going on here. So it's a little bit on the crazy side. So, but right now I think the Celtics overhaul and coaching changes, it could help the Celtics get some experienced people in there who've not. Former NBA players like Sam Cassell, that's an experience. Assistant head coach, about 3 championships, so that's something to consider. And that will help the young Joe Mazzulla out. Remember, Joe Mazzulla just completed. I think Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown both defended Mazzulla, and I would, if I was a Celtics player, I'd say the same thing. That's not coach's first year. He was thrust upon the role real quickly. Because without Coach Udoka, he's probably taking a few pointers from him as far as coaching is concerned, and that's why we're able to get fouled. We failed him and we couldn't complete the mission, but we'll do it again next year. That's why I would have said something like that. You know what I mean? So we got to look out for that. Yeah, the Red Sox, lost 3-4 to Tampa Bay. That's not good, but hopefully the Red Sox can make that bounce back against Cleveland and New York. New York obviously is a tough ball club. We got to look out for that. And I think the frustration's gotten to Alex Cora over this past weekend so much to the point where he got ejected in the bottom of the 8th inning just moments ago. So we'll see what happens there. So that's all the time we have on this show, episode 622 of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Big Beefy E's Boston Sports Beat, Part 2. Big Beefy E, the name inspired by the Bofas and the Sofas. I'm going to give them a shout out, and got to give a shout out. They had a great show. Just had a great show not too long ago. So thank you for watching, and until the next episode comes rolling around, I'm going to watch Monday Night Raw in about 8 minutes and possibly join. And while I'm at it, join my good friend Jordy Scow on his live stream. He always has one. So around that time. So I'll see you guys later, Mr. Announcer. That is all for today's episode of the show. This is Mr. Lima speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, do it for Bob Saget production. And in association with A Sweet Bofa Raving Dingleberries Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching another great episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Until the next episode, goodbye for now.